raging thirst, a hunger to be free. But I've learned through the years, don't encourage me, 'cause I'm a lonely stranger here, well beyond my day. I don't know what's going on, I'll be on my way. Yes, I will. Hey guys, great to see you. Thank you for joining me for another video. It's great to see you. Okay, so for those of you who haven't already subscribed or clicked on the like button, you might like to do that. And anybody who does the social media thing, please feel free to share these links far and wide on your Twitter or your Facebook, any of that kind of stuff. I also have a website for those of you who are interested. I'll put a link down below to that where you can find all my videos and various other bits and pieces. And also, I have a Patreon page for anybody wishing to kind of support me in what I'm trying to do here. And thanks to the guys over there who have helped make this video possible. Okay, so now all that's out the way, what you just heard there was Lonely Stranger by Eric Clapton, and it's another one from the Unplugged album. We're working our way through those. I'm not sure if you've seen any of my other Unplugged videos, but I've done a number of them now and they've proved to be some of my most popular videos. So if you're interested in the album as a whole, check out, and have a look through my other videos, yeah? And you'll find, Tears in Heaven and Before You Accuse Me and Alberta and yeah, there's quite a few there now. So I thought we'd take a look at this one because it's a really nice challenge. There are lots of nice chords in it. And also it's a little bit of a workout for the right hand. So it might be a bit of a challenge for you, but sometimes it's good to give ourselves a challenge, because if we're just playing kind of 3-chord songs, 4-chord songs, that's great, don't get me wrong, but sometimes it helps us to try and raise the bar a little bit. And this song will certainly do that. Now, as I always say, try and make these songs your own in some small way. I mean, that's what I've done there, as you can probably hear on my rendition of the song. Some of the licks that I put in and things there were just of my own making, yeah, because I want to put something of my own onto the song. And hopefully you can do the same, okay? So don't feel any of this stuff is written in stone. Just take from it what you can and work on that and perhaps develop that a little bit. Okay, so I'll do what I usually do and we'll break the song down into manageable parts, okay? And I'll talk you through each of those parts. So for this song, I think we can safely break it down into 3 parts, okay? So let's take a look at the intro chords, and these chords also come in between the verses and prior to the chorus, okay? So let's take a look at the first part. Okay, so in this part, what we're looking to play is this. So that's what we're looking to do, yeah? And it's just 3 chords. Your first chord is an E major, okay? I'm sure you're familiar what that is. So you've got your E major, and what we play there is we play a hammer on with our first finger. So that 3rd string on the 1st fret, we play. Okay, so we play 1 bass note, like so, and then the hammer on. And then we follow it by the second string open, okay? But as I say, this is open, okay? So we have, that's our E chord. Then we go to an F sharp minor 7th, okay? Which is this chord. It's just basically the bottom 4 strings on the 2nd fret, and this 3rd finger is playing the 5th string on the 4th fret, okay? That chord. Now you'll notice that there's a pause, so it plays the E section, pause, 2 bass notes, that's just 2 E's, okay, before it moves on to the 3rd chord, which is like an A minor 6th with a C. And what that chord is that, okay, so our 1st finger is playing the 3rd string on the 2nd fret, our 2nd finger is playing the 5th string, okay, on the 3rd fret, and this 3rd finger here is playing the 4th string on the 4th fret. So we have the 2 bass notes, and then we play the 3rd and the 5th strings together, so we have followed by the 2nd string open, okay, so it's back into our E with another hammer on. Okay, so that's hammer on like we did to start with, and then bottom string open. And that's the first part, okay? So try and get that smoothly first, because that's obviously the first thing you want to get down. So we have pause, pause, and that's part 1. So part 2 is the verse, and it starts with an E major chord. I'm not going to go into a massive amount of detail on the right hand, okay? Just pluck it out to start with. That will be a good starting point, and as you get familiar with the chords, because they come thick and fast, you can develop more right hand, okay? We're certainly going to touch on that stuff though. E major first, quite quick into that F sharp minor 7, then to the C sharp minor 7, to the F sharp 7, G sharp 7, F sharp 7, then our B, and maybe pick something over the B, and that's our B with an A. So that little B section is, and I'm just plucking the 5th, 4th and 3rd strings there if you're wondering what I'm plucking with the right hand. And then we come back again to how we started. E major, yeah, to the F sharp minor 7, C sharp minor 7, F sharp 7, then we have our D, which you can just play a D, or as I say, you can add the F sharp in the bass, then an A major, and an E major. Then our intro chords, okay, so then it repeats another verse. And that is your verse, yeah? So try and practice along with that section maybe, so you can get the smoothness of the chords and things before moving on to section 3. Okay, so part 3 is the chorus, yeah? So again, it starts with the E major, yeah? So you've got E major to F sharp 7 to our B shape Now rather than go to the A there, changes this time. So we have E major, F sharp 7, B, then we play a C sharp minor 11th effectively, which is this chord. And that's just a full bar on the 4th fret, and then playing the 2nd string on the 5th fret, okay? And I'm effectively just plucking the 2nd and 3rd strings and the bass note. Okay, but experiment, see what kind of suits you as well. So that's a C sharp minor 11 chord, yeah? So some of these chords are a little bit unusual. And then we go to an A chord, G sharp 7, C sharp minor 7, then we go to an E7. Okay, so the E7 is just the 1st fret, 3rd string, and this 2nd finger is just playing the 4th string on the 2nd fret. Okay, and I'm not plucking the 5th string, that's the only important thing to know there. Now you can play your E7 just like that, or you can add the pinky to the 2nd string on the 3rd fret and play. So, you know, experiment with and without. Then we go to just a straight A major, then a B flat diminished 7, which is a lovely chord. Yeah? So for the A, I'm plucking effectively the 2nd, 3rd and 4th and 5th strings. Maybe not the 4th, but... And then when I go to the B flat diminished 7th, effectively I'm just moving my middle finger up a string, so it looks like an A 7th, and the 1st finger is going on the 5th string of the 1st fret. And again, so I'm really only plucking in between the 2nd and the 5th strings. And then we go back to an E major, or, you know, hammer on and pluck, you know, so you can either have this kind of feel with the rhythm, or you can occasionally mix it up and, you know, just vary it a little bit and see what suits and what you feel sounds nice to you. So that's our E major. Then we go back to a C sharp minor 7. Then we play an F sharp minor 7. And that's just a full bar on the 2nd fret, and our 3rd finger's playing the 5th string on the 4th fret. With a B 9th, which is nice, you know, it's kind of a bit different. You know, you're used to seeing maybe a B 7th, so a B 9th. It's got a jazzy feel to it, and the only difference from a B 7th is that the pinky, rather than being on the 1st string of the 2nd fret, is actually on the 2nd string of the 2nd fret. And then back to your E chord. Right, now then, so if you put all that together and you play it slowly, try and aim for something along these lines. 'Cause I'm a lonely stranger here, well beyond my day. I don't know what's going on, I'll be on my way. Okay, so there you have Lonely Stranger, you know, the 3 parts. You got the intro, the verse and the chorus, kind of chords and things like that. So now it's over to you. Check out the arrangement, write that down. It helps it stick, you know, and kind of really ingrain it in you, kind of knowledge of the song. And then just take it slowly. Just break down each section, work on the intro chords first. That's kind of the way it works, is quite nice because it's kind of quite graduated, yeah? So the intro chords are relatively simple, then the verse chords, there's a few more to think about. And then the chorus, there's a few more again. So I think it's nice to set yourself a challenge, and if you can just work through it slowly, I think it'll be a really good one to add to your repertoire. If you're interested in any of the licks I played, like the intro licks and things, which were generally a bit of a mixture of what he plays and a few of my own ideas, you can see all that kind of stuff on my Patreon page. And there's also a chord sheet there as well, like a PDF that you can download if you're still a little bit unsure. But hopefully all those kind of chords coming up suffice, and you can get by with that. And as ever, it's great to see you, and thank you for joining me for this lesson, and I look forward very much to seeing you soon. Okay, take care.